Okay, so today I'm just going to do a little vlog video to talk about this and that and different things. Yeah, I don't think I've ever asked for advice on my channel. I think I'm going to try today. I'm not a big fan of getting advice from folks, but in this case I'm just kind of struggling with what to do. So I'd like to have your input. So, and I'll tell you what it is here in a minute. So as you know, in a previous video I said that this pole saw I worked on back in probably July. Put a new carburetor on it, new fuel filter and air filter and all that stuff. It was running great. So customer came, picked it up. Well, the other day he drops it off, says he was going to try to sell it, and he couldn't sell it because it wouldn't start, and he was cussing and was just very upset. So I took it around over there and it started up like on the third pull. I mean, and it has started every time. I started every day. It rained one day, I skipped that day, but every day that I've had it for the last week, it has started on the third pull. One pull on choke, two pulls off choke. Every time. It runs great. It doesn't die. I can let go of the throttle. It runs fine. But one of the things that I'm concerned about is how long it's taking for him to come pick it back up. I messaged him, let him know it was done. He said, I'll be out this morning. So that was the morning that I got it, I looked at it. Well, he didn't show up. So the next day I said, hey, I got to go to a customer. I'm leaving. I'll let you know when I'm back. He says, oh, I'll pick it up sometime. So here it is, nearly a week later. So last night I messaged him again and said, please provide me with an address and I will return your saw to you. He says, at 9:30 last night, he says, message me in the morning. I forgot about it. That's all he said. So at 4:30 this morning, I said, okay, message sent, thanks. Well, the morning's about over. So I guess that he's not gonna come back again today. So this happened a lot when I was doing the service this last spring. It was people would take forever to come pick their stuff up. Now I don't mind if someone say, hey, it's going to take me a couple weeks, because we live in a kind of a vacation area and people have a lot of summer homes here. So they will go back to Kansas City during the week to go to their job, and then on the weekends they'll come out here, or every other weekend they'll come out here and vacation for their summer home. And I have one guy, a couple people, but I can remember one person specifically brings out his weed eater on Friday and says, hey, can you fix this? I said, sure, I can fix it. Order the parts, fix it up. He says, I'm not going to be back for a couple weeks. Is that okay? I said, yeah. He says, do you need me to pay you up front? I said, no. So I messaged him, let him know it was done. He said, I'll be there in a couple weeks. Well, a couple weeks passed and he didn't show up, and I said, are you still coming to get your weed eater? He said, yeah, I meant to message you, I just hadn't gotten around to it. Something came up, I'll be next weekend. Okay, fine, you're communicating, everything's going great. But these guys who don't say anything, this guy was one of them. You tell him and he wouldn't even reply back that he got the message. He wouldn't even, the icon wouldn't even show that he got the message on Facebook. And I always ask him, how do you want me to communicate? And then out of the blue, he would just show up a couple weeks later. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I want to handle this in the future? I can't just store people's saws. I mean, this one I'm running every day to make sure it's still running. I want to maintain it, make sure it's okay. Winter's coming, I'm going to have to run it frequently so that gas doesn't stagnate in the gas tank and the carburetor dry up, and all the things that happens when you store equipment. I got to prevent, because when he wants it, he's going to want it to run. And if it's been sitting around for a month, it may not run. And with him just showing up anytime. So I am considering a storage fee. Something like 20 bucks a day. Now some of these places charge $100 a day, but we live in a poor neighborhood, And I would like to think about a storage fee. The problem with the storage fee is how many customers am I going to lose? That's just another thing that's going to tick them off. Getting paid, charge something that they didn't sign up for. Of course, then you got to have paperwork and all that stuff and signs that says the storage fee after 2 weeks or whatever. So I would like your advice. Do I risk losing customers by having a storage fee, or do I do a storage fee in hopes that they come pick up their equipment sooner? I mean, last spring I was maintaining 4 or 5 pieces of equipment at a time. Now when you get into mowers, these take up a lot of space. I had, I think, 4 of them lined up here last year. 2 of them I was working on, whatever, but I know there were some that needed to be picked up. So, like your advice on that. Okay, the other thing, this is just kind of a rant. I don't understand delivery services. I don't get them. A couple of years ago, I made a video about solar panel. Was waiting on FedEx, and he was supposed to be here, and he wasn't here. And I know how FedEx works. There's a school down the road that he delivers to, and if there's no packages at the school, he doesn't deliver to this area. Just out of the whim, he decides not to come. I mean, it's a good 75-mile trip up here. So he'd rather not come up here and waste the gas and all that for one package. So he waits until he gets a bunch of packages and he comes up. So I complained because the solar panels were, important. I needed to get them installed. So I complained. Well, he came up that night at 6 p.m. and he has not been very happy with me ever since. But UPS has done a lot better. I mean, they've missed a couple shipments, and one guy was a real jerk. I think they actually got rid of him. I haven't seen him since. But we live out in this rural area, and so March of 2023, they said that they were going to limit the number of trips out here. So we only get packages twice a week now. They don't come out every day, which is funny because there's a UPS center right over here. You would figure they'd come out, but I just took a package, an Amazon package, to return it at that place, and they only go to that place once a week. So even though they come out twice a week, they only go there on Tuesdays. I just find that amazing. So you order a product and you got to wait. And being in business, as a matter of fact, there was a town 20 miles away from here who is upset about this. So the commerce department or commerce, small business, whatever it was, is actually filing a complaint about the delivery of UPS. Now, the Postal Service, it's just terrible. I absolutely don't trust them at all. So about 3 months ago, I ordered a small piece from Amazon, and they sent it out Postal Service. Now, if it goes to St. Louis and then to Columbia, Missouri, I'm pretty sure that I'll get it. But if it goes to Kansas City, Kansas, to Columbia, Missouri, I can guarantee you I won't get it. I've not received one package that made it to Kansas City, Kansas. Not one. Like I said, about 3 months ago, I ordered a small piece off Amazon. They sent to Postal Service, and it didn't show up. It is still sitting at the Kansas City facility. It's still there. I've asked for a refund from Amazon. Of course, I got it. They were good about that. Then last month, I was working on this mower down here behind the shed. It's a Craftsman. Needed a spring. Same thing. Went to Kansas City, Kansas. Never showed up. If you look at the tracking number, it is still in Kansas City, Kansas. I mean, they're literally throwing these things away. They have to be. So, last week, I ordered some expensive parts, a camshaft, a seal, and a gasket for this engine. And it's expensive. From a company called Jack's Small Engine. Now, I'm a little frustrated because I thought, maybe I'm mistaken, and so no offense to Jack if I'm wrong, that I clicked on the extra $3 charge to have it sent UPS, not through the Postal Service. They said they were going to send it through the Postal Service, but I could add on $3 extra to get it through UPS. So I did. Well, they sent it through Postal Service anyways. So I've looked at the receipt. That $3 charge is not on there, but I know I clicked it. I know I clicked it because I hem-hauled about it for about 10 minutes trying to figure out if I wanted to spend an extra $3. Like I said, that camshaft's pretty expensive. Well, it was supposed to be here yesterday, and so that was the 15th. It arrived at Kansas City, Kansas on the 14th at 10 a.m. Never left. So yesterday, the 15th, of course, the package was still in Kansas City, Kansas. Arriving at 10 a.m. Well, today the message is it's in transit. Now here's what's so frustrating about that. All through the trip, it'll say arrived at this facility, departed this facility, in transit, arrived at this facility, left this facility, in transit. So this morning's message is your package is running late, it's in transit. But when you scroll down, it never left Kansas City, Kansas, just like the other two packages. So I'm pretty confident they threw it away. Now I'm going to have to go through an insurance claim somehow or another. I don't know how to make this work. I don't know if I claim it or if the company that sent it claims it. I've sent a message to that company. It's Saturday, so they didn't get back to me. I thought I was going to get an email response saying that they received my message, but I didn't get an email. I know I'll get my money back somehow or another, but here's the thing. Let's say I was busy. I got to go through all this. Now, I went up to the post office yesterday. She said there was nothing they could do about it. We'll have to file a claim, and I'll get some of my money back. But fortunately, Jack's small engine did put insurance on it, so I guess we'll get all the money back off of it. Somebody will. I don't know if it's me or Jack, but I don't know. The incompetence of our country is just mind-blowing. I had so much faith that the Postal Service would not send my package that I sat around for 10 minutes wondering if I should add an extra $3 to my delivery, which I thought I did. Now, if Jack made a mistake, fine, he made a mistake, and I'm glad he insured it, so that's a huge bonus. But in the end, this is ridiculous. I should not have to see Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas in the tracking information and think, okay, well, I'm not going to get it. It's just that simple. The lady up at the post office literally said, well, next time, put someone else's name on it. Don't put your name on the package. So she's actually kind of thinking that Kansas City, Kansas may have flagged me some, at least this is what I'm thinking she's thinking, may have flagged me some reason or another and just throws my packages away. I don't know what I did to them. I have no idea. I don't know anybody in Kansas City, Kansas. Nobody. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. I don't know, or a YouTube viewer. I don't know. But it is insane that they can control your life like that. So what if this was a customer? I can't even file a claim until the 20th. This is the 16th, so I got to wait 4 more days. And like I said, I'm not even sure I'm allowed to file the claim. Maybe the other guy is. I don't know. So hopefully somebody gets back with me soon. But UPS won't even take my information yet, or Postal Service. I don't know. I just find this all infuriating. I know the comment section is going to light up. Oh, FedEx, oh, UPS. It shouldn't be anybody. Do your job. Multi-billion-dollar companies just ruining little guys because they're just too lazy. Oh, we need to find efficiencies somewhere. You know, the thing about it is my ex-wife worked in the post office on Saturdays. Every Saturday she'd go in, and she was the assistant postmaster or something like that. I don't know. And they had a TV in the back, so in the morning she would put all the mail into the boxes and get all that settled up, and then she'd just go back and watch TV. That's what the postmaster did. They watched TV. As soon as they heard the doorbell ring, they would pause the TV or mute it or whatever it is they were doing. They come talk to you and then back to the TV. I mean, how inefficient is that? We spend billions of dollars on the Postal Service through tax dollars, and then we spend more and more on taxes or stamps every year. For what? What are we spending our money on? We can't even get our packages. I know this is just a rant, it's just me talking, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. So if you click this up next box to take the video where I was working on something, so I hope I can inspire you to vent one day so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.